Good day. We are looking at trigonometry today, where we will look at a question that is an integration question between geometry and trigonometry and see that there's various ways to answer. There is two other compilations of this. Feel free to compare them and see how you could alternatively answer this particular question. The sum that is given tells us that A is the center of the circle and BE and DE are tangents to the circle. The first thing that I do is that I know that DE will be equal to BE because tangents from a point to a circle will be equal in length. Then they ask me here to calculate the size of BAD. So having three sides, I can use the cos rule to calculate the size of angle D. So step 1, I write down that BE is equal to DE is equal to 12 centimeters. My next step would then to use the cos rule, E squared plus B squared minus 2EB cos D is equal to D squared. Then I manipulate the equation until I get to angle D is equal to shift cos of E squared plus B squared minus D squared all over 2EB. I substitute my values and I calculate the value of angle D, 65,38 degrees. Now that I have the size of angle D, I know that the angle between a chord and a tangent is equal to the angle that the chord subtends on the circumference of the circle. So I know that angle C is also 65,38 degrees. Then I know that the angle at the center of the circle is double the angle at the circumference. So 2 times 65,38. So that gives me 30,76 degrees. Now I must calculate the size of this angle over here and that angle over there so that I can calculate the length of side AB and the length of side AD. So 180 degrees minus 130 degree, 76 degrees, and then I take that answer and I divide it by 2 and I get 24,62 degrees each for these angles. Right? So my formal writing up will be angle C is equal to angle D is equal to 65,38 degrees, the angle between a tangent and a chord. Then I will say the angle at the center, which is angle A, is equal to 2 times angle C. The angle at the center is double the angle at the circumference. So 2 times 65,38 degrees gives me 130,76 degrees. At this point I want to pause and say that you will notice that these two angles are 90. This angle plus this angle is 90 degrees because a radius meets a tangent at 90 degrees. So I could also say 90 degrees minus 65,38 will give me 24,62. Whichever one I spotted first, I would use accordingly. Now I will use the sine rule to calculate the size of AB. So I will say AB over angle D is equal to angle, is this 10 over angle A. And then I will manipulate and say 10 sine of angle D over sine of angle A, which is 130,76, and I get an answer of 5,5 centimeters. But AB is equal to AD because they are radii. So they are the same length, 5,5 centimeters. So now I will say the area of this triangle is half of AB times AD times the sine of angle A. So when I fill in my details, half of 5,5 multiplied by 5,5 multiplied by sine of 130,76 degrees, and I get an answer of 11,46. Remember, my unit of measure is centimeters squared because I'm working with area. Thank you for your time. I trust you've enjoyed the video, and you will always consider that there's different options as to how to answer a question.